YouTube, I promise I can afford Vaseline. It just so happens that your head is going out now. So this is a test, right? So you need to try it. So this is a full-on test. Let's know whether everything works. And 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know the second line.
Hey, I'm Victor Adeyemo, the host for Behind the Scene. Here we discuss the mean, dirty stories that don't necessarily make it to the premiere. Talking of the stories where the secrets of success actually lies. And today I have with me my friend here, Salem King. Salem King. Salem lives for storytelling, building creative communities, and trying to make sure that everyone sees that their seeming ordinariness is what they need to succeed. Salem, did I get it?
Yeah, that works. I'll go with that.
you go with that. And today he's going to be telling us some of the secrets to failure, and we're going to be having to ask him some questions. And that is how we're going to go. So Salem, first of all, I just want you to do like a brief introduction of yourself, so just in case I didn't do it properly and people can get to know you better.
Okay, I'm a content creator, I am a visual storyteller, and my mission is to inspire people to do the things that inspire them. So that's something that flows into all the content I put out and everything that I do.
Interesting. Nice. So first of all, I really want to know, because personally I make some videos. I hope I post this video at the end of the day. Make some videos, and after making them, your mind are like good. But after looking at it, after a while you feel like, nah.
Yeah.
I don't post. Does it happen to you? Because I check your page, I see so many videos.
Yeah, it happens to me all the time. It happens to me so much, I've gotten used to it. So with almost every video, the thing that happens when you're editing something that you're creating, because you watched it about 50 times in the space of a few hours, it starts to look rubbish to you. Even though the ideas make sense, but because you've seen it over and over, it starts to be like, oh my gosh, what am I even saying? Who's going to watch this? I have that experience with almost every video that I have to put out. So at this point, I've just gotten used to it. Sometimes how I deal with it is I just post the video and disappear for a while. But yeah, it just hasn't gone away. I thought it was something that was going to go away after I became better at what I did, but it still happens sometimes. You know, there are always videos that I feel like I want everyone to see, that I'm very excited about, but most of the videos I don't feel that way about them, but I put them out anyway and just deal with the fact that they're already out there, and somehow there's someone who needs the content in those videos.
The content. So you're saying once you think of someone that needs the message you're passing out there.
Yes, you know, the thing is, the things that come naturally to you, you think everybody should know that, but in fact it's not special to you. It's like everyday to you, but to someone else it's like really special. So sometimes when I see people in the comment section like, oh my god, what you said really helped me, I'm like, didn't you know this? How old are you? But the truth is, it's either people don't know or they do know but they needed someone to remind them. Sometimes you underrate how important the work we do is, and that's why you're scared of posting in those times.
True, certainly. So having posted any of your videos, is there anyone that has really been embarrassing? Probably you posted it for one reason or the other, it went south, or it didn't go the way you planned, and or it was embarrassing, or just any embarrassing moment you've had?
Up to this point, I've been very lucky. I haven't had any of those kinds of moments. But you asking now is making me scared, because I know that those moments are bound to happen. And the fact that mine is in the future is just making me a little nervous. But yeah, I've been lucky up to this point to not have to do it.
No embarrassing moments? No video that someone came to correct your grammatical error?
No, I'm very particular.
And I'm like, yeah. And I'm a graduate too.
No, one thing again I do with my community is I put it out there. I talk about my mistakes. I don't only talk about the good things that happen. I talk about my mistakes. I talk about some things that I'm not proud to admit. So it's sort of a safe space for everyone. So if I made a mistake, I don't think it would be embarrassing. I think everyone would be forgiving, because I've created that atmosphere where, you know, we're allowed to just be on our good days and on our bad days.
Interesting. So you're telling me you've never had any failure?
If I have not had any failure, how would I have? Everybody has had failures. I have had failures.
Can you share like maybe one or two with us?
Well, I've been making videos for a while. People think I started making videos last year, but I made plenty of videos that had 50 views or 100.
Now you get like 50 views before the thing has even done.
But I'm not going to let you see those videos, because even me, like, they make me cringe. So those videos are hidden forever. So I've had classes. I had one time that I had a class and I was expecting at least 50 people, and in the first couple weeks of the class I didn't have up to 10 people.
Wow.
And it was a class of just 5k. So that was disappointing. I was very discouraged, and my attitude played into the class, because I was just mad at all of them. So you couldn't bring your friend, only you people came. But over time I learned that my attitude to the class affected how the class went. And so the next week I had another set of people, few too, but I realized that when I upped my energy and I became grateful for them, do you understand? So I'm like, oh, I wanted 50 people, but I have 10. Great, a smaller class in fact. So I treated those 10 people as if each one of them was like 10 people.
Wow.
And I saw that the atmosphere of the class was different. Mind you, I'm talking about an online class, not even a physical class. And it was just different. The difference was really clear, and it was all because of the energy I brought to the class that was based off of how I reacted to what I termed as failure.
It's failure.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had so many people define success to us. Tell us this is the formula for success, hard work, determination.
There's formula.
People come with different formulas, but I want to ask you something different. What would you say is the formula for failure? There is a formula for failure.
Fail a lot, as much as you can. Give yourself the opportunity to fail, because out there where you put yourself in the position to fail is where you have a position to succeed. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. If you sit at home and you don't go out, things happen on the road, not in your house. If you sit inside and you don't take a step and you don't do anything and you don't put out that piece of content, you never know if you're bad or good at it, right? But it's as you put yourself out there, then some things won't go well. And then based on what doesn't go well, oh crap, that didn't go so well, maybe I should do this other way, and you try another way and maybe it doesn't go well, then you try a different way, and all these ways you're learning, right? And one beautiful thing about life is everything that I am learning from content creation and my journey in content creation. If I decided tomorrow to be a filmmaker, there are certain mistakes I wouldn't have to make, and it's based on the lessons I learned from failing in content creation. So a lot of times, all of life is connected. So to answer your question in a more direct manner, I would say put yourself in the position to fail, because that's where you can succeed. And learn from failure. Don't just allow your failure be something that happened to you. It happened to you, but then what did you do with it? What lessons did you learn? What did you decide to do going forward? That's what's important about failure. And then your reaction, your response to failure is important too. If you take failure to be the end of the world, or you take it to be, that there's nothing else ahead. If you fail, then that's the end of the road. Then it will most likely be your end of the road.
I'm almost getting to the end of this road.
This is a very funny coincidence.
All right. You said a lot about being a content creator and that's pacing you for even the future, like things you meet ahead of life. But how did you discover yourself to be a content creator? I know you studied economics in school. Economics and content creation, they are like two sides of a coin. Yeah. So how did you discover yourself as a content creator and everything you do now? How did you discover yourself to be that person?
So content creator is something I do. I don't think it's something I am. Right? Okay. If you ask me at an event or what do you do, I'd say content creator because I have to tell you something. But there's more to me than what I do. Okay. My why is very strong. I ask why a lot. So one of the ways that I got to this point where I'm able to do what I do consistently is because I have a strong why. Asking me when you asked me who I am, I said my mission is to inspire people to do the things that inspire them. I want to reach out to a very specific group of people within a specific age group. I find that they have similar problems. Do you understand? And it is those problems I want to address. But I don't want to address it from the point of view of someone who's saying, when I was your age. I want to address them from the point of view of someone who is going through it too.
Currently, and
right. So my content is slightly motivational, but it's also real, because I'm not telling you if you believe it, you can get it. I didn't get some of the things that I believed. So I'm going to tell you about how I'm going to be realistic when I talk about it. So that's what it is for me. So I asked a lot of questions. I asked a lot of why questions. So when I decided, I wanted to make videos, I'm like, why do I want to make videos? And some of the answers is, videos give me the opportunity to express myself in a way that I cannot with text and with pictures. Do you understand? You asked me, how did I discover myself as a content? I didn't discover myself as a content creator. I discovered myself as someone who wanted to inspire people. Content creation was sort of a platform for me to do that, and there'll be other ways for me to do that in the future that don't involve content creation. Yeah.
Nice. Okay, I think we're coming to the end of this, but this thing is, the event is behind the scene.
Yeah.
So what will be your final message, for behind the scene? What do you see behind the scene as, like, from what we've explained earlier about it being the main dirty stories? So can you explain in short words, in few words, what you understand by this?
So there's a concept I always put out, and it's called the progress story. Yeah. And the concept really talks about the fact that your success story is not as important as your success story. Your success story is not as important as your progress story. Right? Success stories can only be told at the point of success. You can only tell your success story when you've blown, right? When you're at a point, and nobody knows when that point really is going to be for them. But your progress story, you have that now, you have that today, and people don't know this, but your progress story might inspire more people in the present than your success story that you are waiting for. So even whoever is young and at a point where they feel, I haven't attained success, I don't have the mouth to come out and be talking about this kind of thing, you should talk about it, because there's somebody else out there who needs to hear that someone who's my age is going through this. So your progress story is more powerful, infinitely more powerful than the success story, because not everybody's going to get to the point of ultimate success, but everyone has a progress story.
What's success?
Exactly.
I think
that's another long. What is success? But I mean success in the way everyone, generally society, defines success. Not everyone is going to have that kind of success. But everyone is going to have a story, a day-to-day story, and that is a powerful thing. And you should use it. You should leverage it. You shouldn't wait till some time in the future. Yeah. So tell your progress story. Tell your progress story.
Thank you, Salem.
Wow.
Salem King.
So disrespectful.
I'm sorry.
I forgive you.
I pronounce it with capital letter.
Wow.
Alright, I think we've come to the end of this, and thank you, Ifeanyi and Martha, for bearing with us as we drive through this.
Why telling them thank you? What they do?
I mean, they inspired me. They inspired me to come here. Alright, guys. That's it. Mario. Okay, talk now.
We have all
of my worship, receive my worship. All of my worship, receive my behind the scene.
very funny.